Everybody must get used to Trini jungle juice.
Peoples,
I know you're
greetings and salutations from
but trust me,
beautiful
my friend, things
Miami,
get nice
Florida.
again. It must again. Good
Let me
vibes is
load
the
this
air, they say.
down. The Carnival Ref Live. It is Wednesday, the 13th of December, and I am rusty because the last time I did this was with Rain, probably a year or two ago. So Carnival is around the corner, 2024, which means there's a lot of new things happening on the music scene. But before I dive into that, I'm just going to stop and have a minute or less, well, just a moment of silence for Ricardo Drew. So, for those of you who don't know, yesterday was a really, really bad, sad day for the music, the soca industry, just the world, because we lost a good one and it was totally unexpected. So, excuse me if my spirits are not as high as they usually are, but it was rough. It still is rough. It continues to be rough. And I just want to say condolences to his family and friends at this point. And we are there for you guys. And I'm lost for words. So I'm just going to just have a moment of silence for our good friend, Ricardo Drew. Right. So the show must go on. As I said, 2024 Carnival. And we had this show scheduled before a couple of days now. So I didn't want to stop moving forward with progression and see what's on the horizon. I'd like to use our platform to talk about new things, especially in the soca scene. There's a lot of music that comes out every year. And some goes under the radar, and some, the people who we know, the mainstream artists and stuff, they would usually get the love and the airplay. So what I want to do is try and use our platform to highlight music that is just feel-good music and a good vibe. So we're here to talk about the SAS Rhythm, and it is a rhythm that is executively produced by Jamdong Management. So before we even get to the artists on this rhythm, I wanted to introduce Kyle Lee Singh of Jamdong Management, and we can talk more about the rhythm, how it came about, who's on the rhythm, which we'll talk about. We bring them on later, and much more. So let's bring Kyle in. But if I could find Kyle to the main stage, Kyle Lee Singh, Jamdong Management.
Trini Jungle Juice. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having us.
Welcome. Thank you for putting this together, for helping me put this together.
Well, that's what I do. I put things together. I put people together. I put ideas together.
Right. And talking about ideas, we have, as I mentioned, the SASS Rhythm, produced by you. We have Shaft, that is the writer for the music for three. It's just three artists, right?
Yeah. So the SAS Rhythm was produced by Millbeatz, and Shaft was the writer, or is the writer, for the three songs that's on the rhythm. Okay. The three powerful songs that's on the rhythm.
Powerful.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's powerful. It's straight power. The tempo is power. The lyrics is power. The women are power.
We went with all women. So, explain the whole drive behind, first of all, why SAS? And then two, why all women for this project?
Well, I try to do things that are outside of what you would normally expect, right? And to the best of my recollection, there's never been a rhythm of any kind that had all women as artists on it. And what made this even nicer is that this rhythm is a power rhythm, right? Last year I did a rhythm called the Jam Juice Rhythm, and it was groove.
Okay.
And I decided that this year I wanted to go straight power, straight road. I wanted something that could just move you from the time you start hearing the music you're moving, right?
Right.
And so that's how we came up with having three powerful women on a rhythm.
There was a time where, and I won't even, I mean, I still feel it's ongoing, where people say groovy is the new power, right? And it's been in groovy for a while. I'll say in carnivals, especially Trinidad Carnival. Do you think
Right.
it's time for power to like come back hard?
I
You
it's
think
not
power
as a
never really
matter
went
of
away?
time. I don't think it's a time for power to come back hard. I think there's a time and space for everything,
Right.
right? Listen, I could play mass listening to groovy soca Monday and Tuesday because I am just that chill, mellow kind of guy that just,
Yeah.
but I also like to jump up in a fet and jump up on a road. So I think it's a time and space for everything, just as in life. So saying that we want more power because of the groovy, no, I love them both, you know.
Right. If I'm so distracted there based on on what I started off with, but um you mixed up your artists. You have two, I would say two Trinis and one person representing GT.
Right.
You create a rhythm. Do you try to go for people from different segments as far as the Caribbean or the world, or are you choosing artists based on the vibe of the project?
So I normally come up with a list, right? And based on the project, I come up with a list of artists that I think would sound good on the rhythm. And with this rhythm, I wanted artists that nobody thought that would be on a power rhythm.
Right,
Nobody would think that they did power because none of the artists on this rhythm, again, to the best of my recollection, did a power before.
right.
These women,
We'll verify
yeah,
that factor with the woman.
these
Yeah, I
women
think so.
sing,
I might have to
these
do it.
women,
Yeah,
yeah, they sing groovy. They sing groovy, they can sing, they have that nice sex appeal to them, you know. So I figured, what? First of all, I decided, well, Rane Blackman, well, I manage Rane Blackman.
okay.
And so I said she definitely has to be on the rhythm. And I met Tamika Marshall this year,
For real.
this year Carnival. Yeah, I met her this year Carnival. And, we spoke at the radio station and then we had breakfast. A group of us, we all had breakfast after, and we spoke there too. And I am not one of these guys that I think of something today for today. I'm always thinking long
Yeah,
term,
right.
right? So, when I met her, we were talking, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, let me keep Tamika Marshall in mind. I may have something that I could definitely reach out to her with. And then, Jadel is a powerhouse by herself. She's making pretty good strides in the
Yeah,
industry, and I've never heard her sing a power before. So I figured, you know what? This could be a good little trio right here that could really shake things up a little bit. And I went to Millbeatz. He and I started talking about the project because that's the master right there. You can't beat
right.
Millbeatz, right? So we started talking, and as we started talking, he asked me who I had in mind. I gave him the options that I was thinking about, and he said, "Well, brother Kyle, go at it. Let's see if we can get them." And I think everything panned out exactly how we wanted it to.
And the magic number was always three,
Three. It's
not
an
two.
easy.
You didn't want
It's an
four,
easy.
five, three.
Well, three is an easy number to deal with. Four could get a little troublesome, and five is chaotic. You know,
Okay, so
when
what
you
are
have
we
when you
three?
have so many creatives, that you deal with, it could get a little. I could get a little bogged down when I have all these
Yeah,
creatives that I'm dealing with. So I figured three is a good number. I have it's three of us in my family, three brothers. So we weren't much trouble. So I figured three was a pretty good number to go with. And then with a rhythm, you don't want too many people on a rhythm because somebody is going to get lost. And a lot of DJs, when they see a rhythm with four and five artists on there, they're a little reluctant to play it. So, and I didn't want any song to get lost, on a
that's
DJ
true.
list.
That's true because I have a lot of rooms out there. We'll have like 5+, and sometimes just 2 play, right?
Yeah, I mean they pick the first two, or they might just DJs might pick and choose who they want. So I figured if I have three solid people on there with good material, then we really shouldn't have much problems.
I like that though, because as you mentioned that point, you always think about it. Why people will create rhythms that has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on it, and judging from the odds over the years, no more than 2 or 3 will usually get run. So
Right.
I guess we could direct that question to Mill later on, because it's really a luck of the draw when you have a rhythm with so many artists.
Many artists,
everyone is run, and we'll talk more about that later. What I want to do, I guess, is bring in our first guest, and I want to start with the person you met most recently. So we'll start with Tamika, and before we bring on, let's run this sound. It's called, if I am right, Have a Time.
Have a Time.
Have a Time. Let's taste. Let's get a taste.
I'm a beautiful masquerade. Why don't you play in your own band? And I can play with records and then. Cause every time I want my bumper, you seem to have a problem. Figure it out, cause I'm not even in know. I done spend all of my money, so I need to drink on the road. And if your vex look pocket change, they come back.
Welcome to the show for, I think, like the 3rd time since I've been doing this. Tamika Marshall.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Tamika, as I said just now, I think you might be the most appeared guest on the Carnival Ref Live. This is like the 3rd or 4th time. Yeah. You always, if I call you for the guest, yeah. If I'm having a parang lime, you're there. If I'm having an interview, you're there. So thank you for coming again.
I need an award for that.
Mm.
I'll take it.
Jamdong will organize. So SAS Rhythm, first time working with Jamdong, and is this your first power soca?
So I've done power before, on like a Guyana release. On a Guyana release.
On a Guyana release.
Like, yeah, Trinidad. But I have long wanted to get into power. I myself, well, of course, I have a lot of groovy releases, but I'm like, man, I do want to spice things up. I know that I can get up there in the tempo. And so I've been, putting it out there, and watch all of a sudden Cal just come and just present one to me. So yeah.
Nice. I love it when things just line up. Now, when in this process, right, when you get a song, how long does it take to sink in that, you know what, this is for me, or something needs to change? Or was it that? Did you have to change your lyrics? Was it just you written all over it?
I'm a person, I think I have a pretty good ear. If I hear something, I know whether or not it can work. A lot of times in music, you need to hear something over and over to see if you really like it. And while that's true, I also know if I like something from the very first time, Same. So I heard it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I feel like this can work. I've worked with Shaft before, and from I heard Shaft is involved, it's like a no-brainer, And yeah, I think it was just a really good fit. And unfortunately, I know I took a little while, Kyle.
Kyle, what exactly is a little while?
But we got it done. I think, and it came out just really wonderful.
So, Kyle, what exactly is a little while? 2 weeks? 2 days?
We wouldn't get into a little while.
I wouldn't get into that. If I didn't say it, I would have never known.
I would not have even brought it up. No, but it's not a matter that it took a little while. I think everything really comes when it's supposed to come. And at the time when she did her recording and sent it in, I think it was at the right time. I try not to dwell on, timelines. I mean, I'm a project manager by trade, right? So everything for me is a timeline. But in this, I give myself that buffer. And even if the buffer is a 3 week buffer, okay, we give a 3 week buffer. But you know, we don't really hold on to the time. I want the artist to be artistic. I want the artist to go in and feel it and know when it's their right time to produce, to go into the producer's booth. So I think she did it when she knew it was her time to do it. And she still stayed within our timeline. So that's good.
Right. And Tamika, I mean, the name of the song is called Have a Time, right? A Time.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody, you have to explain this to. Say, hey, you have a new song, tell me about it. How will you break that down?
So this song is very funny actually, because the concept, every single lyric written, I feel like it's as if I could have written it myself. Not to say, I'm just extremely talented like Shaft is. But I mean, it felt very personal because I actually was in a situation recently, like to the T, dating someone non-Caribbean, and they just could not relate to our culture and to Carnival specifically, and to dancing on strangers, and it was a problem. And I'm like, yo, you need to get a grip, because this is who we are as a people. This is how we celebrate. I'm an artist. I also go on stage, and this is how it's part of my performance. It's sad that you don't get that, but this is what it is. So you need to figure it out and
just like the song says.
What I'm doing. This is the time I'm on. So it's just about, this is what our culture is. Carnival is about having a good time. You meet somebody on the road, you have a dance, you have a little wine here and there, and then it's just a time.
Right. So if you're in a relationship, is it saying, hey, listen, I'm studying you right now, I'm gonna have a time, or is it you go and have a time, or either one?
I think in any relationship you have to be considerate, right? But I just felt like since he's not a part of my culture, he's not being considerate at all, because I'm an artist at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is part of my performance. This is just what happens on the road. And I'm not stopping you from, if you want to come and partake in our culture, it's expected that this will happen with you two and other females, and it's not a problem. So you just need to chill.
Right. So it's you having a time.
Yeah, I'm having a time.
You having a time.
Yes.
Like, I ain't already business to nobody else. I'm going to have a time.
I having a time. You need to get on board with this.
Now, speaking about getting on board, we have a whole panel back there. Who do you want to introduce next?
You're the host.
Okay.
Let's have Tamika bring in the next person.
How is this question posed to me?
Who do we want to bring in next? We have Millbeatz back there. We have Shaft back there. We have Jadel. We have Rane. Where do we want to go?
Kyle, where do you want to go?
Let's bring in the mastermind. Let's bring in Mill for a little bit. Let's hear Mill's perspective.
Blessings, everybody.
Welcome.
Time,
Welcome.
It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, man. So tell us about it. Kyle already dropped, the whole origin, how it came about, how we pulled the artist. Now, what exactly is your piece in this whole puzzle? What do you do, and what does not happen if you're not in it?
Well, first of all, I must say the mastermind is a big piece Kyle game there, because I watch Kyle as the mastermind,
Yeah.
I'm the guy behind the instrumental, I'm the guy behind the little mixing and stuff, but it's always a pleasure working with Jamdong. Always a pleasure. This is our second year. Last year, actually, was our first year, and it was just a breeze in the park. I mean, because Kyle, I just found out tonight he's a project manager. It makes sense. Because everything is just be so organized, just be so on time. In our industry, that is be kind of weird. And time and everything. So Kyle is always come, you be Mill, what going on this week, Mill, this is what we're doing next week, Mill, thing. So everything just come together real nice,
Right.
When he came to me with the concept, I said, I'm definitely on board because it's something unique, and I usually do groovy soca. This year was one of the years I said I want to still come back and dabble a little bit in the power. So everything is aligned real perfectly, and I always wanted to bring back that 2005, 2006 kind of era, that sweet groovy power, that power that have you grooving. So that was something when Kyle told me, I said, Kyle, usually I would send him like 3 or 4 instrumentals to pick, you know? And I remember a night I sent him this one here, and he said, I'll get back to you. But honestly, in the energy of me building this instrumental, I felt something special. So I said, Kyle, about 2 days after, I said, Kyle, if you don't make up your mind on this one, it's gonna. Yeah, he was like, all right.
Back and go.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
because I know for sure we catching something. And Shaf and I was actually working on a couple of projects before that. So I actually reached out to Shaf and said, Shaf, there's another instrumental. See what you can build on this now, you know. I'm working with Kyle, my boy from last year, you know, Jamdong. And then honestly, within 3-4 hours, Shaf sent back 3 songs. So, you know, Shaf, I must big up Shaf, Jason Bishop. He is one of the hardest working writers out there, you know. When he sent back that, I was amazed. I sent Kyle it immediately. And Kyle said, well, yeah, this a go. So I wouldn't call myself a masterpiece. I think everybody together put the pieces of the puzzle together to create this beautiful project, you know.
Right. Awesome. So the beat, basically, you had the beat ready to go, or it had to get fine-tuned?
Yeah, the instrumental was, actually, it was a kind of better music first.
Yeah.
I didn't complete the drums as yet. So I had like a basic drum pattern, you know, kick and snare basically. And I had all the chords down though. And Shaf, he penned out everything. And when he sent back the demos, I completed all the percussion and everything together, you know.
Beautiful. I think we should bring in song number 2. Jadel, Greatest Carnival. Let's hear it, and then let's keep this thing going. So this is Jadel's contribution on the SAS Rhythm called Greatest Carnival.
Rhythm.
Welcome to the show, Jadel.
Hi. I'm good.
It's been a while. It's been a minute.
Yes, it's been. But I'm here ready and prepped for 2024.
Nice. Tell us about Greatest Carnival.
It was written by Shaf, produced by Millbeatz, and of course presented by Kyle. And it's a beautiful patriotic song, something that I've never done before. So I'm quite excited to present this and to show a different side and to show versatility. And it's all about, we are representing for soca and our homeland. So of course I have to represent this song. When it was presented to me, Greatest Carnival, we Trinis believe we have the greatest carnival, of course.
I was just going to ask that.
It hits home. Who have the greatest carnival? Trinidad. The words in the song is very powerful. Pick up the shaft and a beautiful, writing and execution. Pick up the Millbeatz. That beat is powerful, as Kyle said. And I'm very excited to be part of an all-female woman empowerment power. Something that I've never really seen done much
Power
before.
and sass.
Yes. Yes.
And as Mel said, I love you said you're trying to go back for that old. I can't remember the era, but I'm getting a Rita Jones. She had a song, something Carnival. Rita Jones. Carnival feeling or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Can you and I'm getting a vibe off of this.
The greatest carnival. Yeah, it have nice melodies. It's very melodic. So yeah, definitely. We're gonna take it in.
I know. I think we have the person with the maestro, the person with the sharp pen these days, Shaft. So let's just keep this thing going and welcome to the show, Shaft.
The big man himself.
Love in the house, vibes in the house. Big up to everyone, Kyle. Everybody, Millbeatz, Jadel.
Hi.
Oh
Night,
God,
night.
Tamika. Big up everybody. Big up you, my brother. And the first time we have an interview. So
Yeah,
you
boy.
ask the questions, because if you leave me, I go talk all night. So you go ahead.
Yeah, I like when people like to talk. I love to talk. But Mills said when you got this rhythm, in a couple of hours, 2-3 hours, you wrote 3 songs and sent it back for real?
Wow.
Yeah.
For real. So
Yeah.
is that from start to finish? Or I'm just trying to poke you now into your brain, because do you have like a book that has like hundreds of pages and you're like, you know what? Page number 20, song number 2 could work with this rhythm because this is my groovy catalog or this is my power catalog. So power catalog, let me pull this and let me tweak it. Or you wrote it from start to finish.
Nah, from scratch. The book in my head, you know. Let me tell you something. You see, energy do people that's lie, but energy don't lie, right? And when someone send a rhythm for you and you're connected to that person, you and that person have a good energy and connection, it's easy. It's like 1, 2, 3, because that person send that rhythm with a certain vibe and energy already, right? And especially explaining what they want, Kyle explaining what they want and who they want on it. It's like it's easy, like 1, 2, 3, because all of these females have beautiful voices, so it was easy to just come up with the because the melody was there already, but to come up with the concept, but they wanted it to be for the road. So each song had to be for the road and represent each artist. So I mean, with the gift of God, and the energy that's around the whole rhythm, the SAS Rhythm, it was easy.
Yeah. Now, when you're doing this, right? Like, okay, so you get the song, you know the first of all you have to know you have the rhythm, and then you know the artist. Do you try to just say, you know what, I'm gonna put Tamika or Jadel in a new zone, or I'm gonna put Rane in a new zone, and I'm gonna write something that I think will be what you want for them? Or do you have to now say, you know what, as the writer, I need to write in their style? So I know Tamika sings in these notes, so I know Jadel like to go in this vibe, and then I'm gonna write it. So when they hear it, you want them to like it. Or you writing to be like, you know what, I'm gonna push the boundaries. They're gonna get this, they have to take it, because this is what I want for it.
Yeah. Now, well, I didn't write for their particular style. I write for what the rhythm required.
Yeah.
What the music required is what the songs that what come out.
And I like that answer, because I feel as if most writers will try to go, let me write something that, Rane gonna like, and I want to make sure Tamika gonna eat this up when she hear it. So she was.
Now, because none of the artists, I don't think, Jadel, I don't know if you ever sing like fast tunes before, or Tamika, but I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about what the rhythm required. The energy that Millbeatz and Kyle came to me with is the same energy I sent back, So, and it wasn't like if I sent it and it was like, nah, change this part, change that part. It was dead on. The same way how I love the rhythm, the same way they love the songs,
Wow.
And Jadel and Tamika, and it's like, all of the artists did a fabulous job. Like, it brings joy to me.
Yeah.
Boss, it brings joy to me when artists can sing these songs that I write, and I have no question, to perfection. You hear me?
Yeah.
I don't think any of the artists changed anything really.
No.
Yeah.
No.
For real.
No,
Tamika, Jadel, you didn't. Well, just one line I want to change from walk up to wine.
I don't mind, And I don't mind. Either one of them could have changed. I don't mind.
You
but
don't
it
mind.
was just, it was just,
Yeah.
I catch it, as you say, I catch it, I catch it.
Yeah. I know, and when it comes to our industry, we have I want to say one of the hardest cycles or industry out there, because we went from being this yearly business, so you'll always target once a year, to now it's not even yearly. Then it went from yearly to like biannual, where your song will probably carry till crop over, and then that might be it. Now you realize with the rise of every carnival, soca music has become seasonal to that particular carnival. So if you have a song for Trinidad, if it lasts for the whole year, you do real good, because by the time Grenada roll around with some Lucian music, it's in, the jab music, it's in, etc., right? How do we come out of that where we really can create and sustain that our music can play on throughout the year and beyond? Because it's getting worse. Like I don't. So I've been doing this a long time, and it really isn't getting better. I feel like thousands of songs come out, and 10% even, if that's even a high number, will make it. And not even make it beyond the season. I make it for the season.
I would start first by saying that it starts with the promoters, it starts with the DJs, it starts with the radio programmers, it starts with those who carry fets. We don't carry the fet. We produce for the fet.
Right.
Yeah. Without us creatives creating, we create the product, we give it to you. When we give it to you, it's up to you now to say, all right, let me give it to all your DJ friends throughout the world who have all the different carnivals. Give it to all the radio stations, the programmers. Say, all right, we're going to play this year round. It's not up to us creatives to predict that. You know, we're doing the work.
So we still need, no matter how great social media is and TikTok and Instagram, we still need the pulse and the actual feta. The music won't, you don't think the music could succeed outside of a part, like physically in a session? Like I can't bust on TikTok and then the DJs have to play it in the fet?
No, I think the DJs play a pivotal role, right? Radio plays a pivotal role. I know we're in a new age where we have TikTok and Instagram and all these social media, options. But I think the DJs play a very pivotal role in creating a space where all music is annual, where it could just go. I find it hard sometimes to think that a soca artist has to produce music every year to stay current in an industry.
Yeah.
Right? I think if there is music and it's quality music, the music should be played. And I don't feel like all artists get that. Right? I think, it is like a pick and choose, who we like this year, who we don't like this year, kind of like deal. But the DJs do play a pivotal role in helping our music to be sustained.
And we tend to, I feel like we just tend to get boxed into certain, like we're going to choose our top 10 or top 15 for the season and move on, when there's so much more to play. But I'm crossing my fingers because, we want to keep this thing going, and we have to talk about, before we go, we have to bring in the third person in this rhythm as Rane Blackman, representing Sweet TNT, and hopefully her we're gonna run a song, but hopefully her mic is not gonna echo out, and we're gonna keep this going. So Rane, this is a song on the SAS Rhythm titled "Let We Go."
Sometimes I could get so emotional.
Welcome to the show, Rane.
Good night, everyone.
It's been a minute.
I'm good. I can't complain. It's been 2 years, right?
You might last to do the show,
Yeah. Well, 2
You
years.
were episode 31. 2 years back.
Say that again?
You were episode 31.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Well, you saved the best for last, so.
Always. So tell us about your contribution to the SAS Rhythm.
So I must say, when Shaf said he don't think anyone changed anything, I was like, listening to the song, I realized I changed a line. But you didn't even notice it because the words were so close. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Kyle sent it to me and I said, Kyle, do you really want me to hit these notes? I am accustomed to nice little groovy melodic things, right? And these long notes that Shaf have there, like I'm supposed to be breathless on a stage. I don't work out. This is the first thing I said. I told Kyle, I said, Kyle, I had to hit the gym because this is peace. So yeah, Lyrical. When I heard it. I like the beats, and I said, yeah, I want to run with this. So he was like, well, I have to get my mill and I have to record. And I said, wait, I'm gonna catch you song, cause Kyle is chop, right? So here we are today. The rhythm is nice. I know all the songs on the rhythm.
I saw that you were singing word for word every song that played.
Not because Kyle sent it to me, because one thing Kyle doesn't do when he's doing a rhythm, he don't send you the other. You when you hear the song until the release. Right? But really? I like that about him. Yeah, he wouldn't send me or Tamika or whoever each other's song. When it's released, then you will know what the person sang. So I like that about him, but the songs are so catchy and so powerful, and his vibes and his energy, you just cannot not know it.
Kyle, tell us more about that approach. Why you choose to, do you always do that?
Well, I don't like when somebody like, okay, for example, when I did the Jam Juice Rhythm, you know, so we had writers, we had Azaria write, I think 4 of the 5 songs, and then Sky wrote his own song, right? But I don't want one artist to hear something and then want to jump and do something else. I like them to stay within the space that we have created together until the end of the production and give 100% at that. Because, you know, sometimes you might hear something and like, I think I might want to do that, or I might want to do this.
Have you been in a situation where you released it, you did that, and then someone said, you know what, I rather their song and I want to switch?
No, but I don't want to give it that. I don't want to give it that life.
Okay. That's a project. Did you hear Rain's song after and was like, wow, or Jadel or Vice, and think, you know what, I could have been on that, or what you had, we were happy with?
You're asking me this?
Yeah.
I only heard the song still afterwards, and I think I like mine. I think it's a good fit, and just from I heard the lyrics, it just felt very fitting and very personal.
For you.
So like, this is
and Jadel?
Yeah, it's the exact words as Tamika. Very fitting. Fitting as he was. I thought that Shav was like scrutinizing our personalities or something of the sort to know which to give. To me, everybody nailed their part and nailed their song. And it's like it's suited and fitted for them. Huh?
I said they didn't find the songs found them.
Yeah. That's exactly how to put it.
Yeah. So Mel, what is the next step when you have a project like this, you know, to make sure that it is 100% successful? I mean, I heard these songs, I love all of them, and you'll ask yourself, if I go out to 5 events in the next week and I don't hear the song play once in any of those events, I'll have to ask myself, what is happening? So what is the recommendation? What do we have to do?
Honestly, we have no control over the DJs. What we have control of is the marketing. Right. So we have to focus as much as getting it in all streaming platforms, making sure it and correct playlists. Because as much as of lately, what I'm learning is about playlists, getting the songs in the right playlist, you know, getting it to the right, getting it to the right blast, you know, sending it through as much blast as they could. We have Julian promos, big up Julian promos. We have Lee, you know, we have a lot of blasts out there. I mean, as an investment at the same time, I always say is 90% marketing, 10% music.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's true. It's on the shelf right there without the right marketing, you know?
Right.
So, yeah. So I believe it's basically still pushing, keep the push going. Don't get lazy, don't get tired. Just continue forcing it on the people because we have a platform, social media is there. That's a great backdoor as well, TikTok. We have everything, you know? So it's just a continue just having the product in people's face, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Jadel, I want you to speak more about this because you're active, all you guys are, especially you, Jadel, active on social media, right?
Yeah.
Have you found a strategy yet where you could take a song that, let's just assume all artists believe they have a banger, right? So you have a banger, you have the next monster. What have you realized or worked out over the years, especially using social media, that could help push or elevate your song to become what it really needs to be by the public?
Definitely the first thing is, the coin hand with the DJ support and the social media. But sometimes I would look for probably I will have to real give it thought, look for what it is in this song that is different, or a particular line or a particular word. You know, you look for something in the song that could
Right.
push forward. If not, you're not getting that buzz factor. You have to create it. You know, in a song like this, which is patriotic, you have to use all revenues and tourism and tackle if it's Caribbean Airlines and corporate, and you know you have to know where your song is fitting to know what marketing strategy. So I'm gonna get to that soon because we have to be doing brainstorming because I have other songs. So we
Yeah.
there trying to learn how to market in place of letting these songs have growth and like space, because
Right.
sometimes when you release too much songs at the same times you could cancel out all and everything will just get short little place. So we have to, when you're marketing a song, you have to give that song its individual attention, nothing half. You understand? So when you
Yeah.
start on that song, yeah, as Millbeatz say, force it on them, up in the
Yeah.
face. TikTok every day, Instagram thing. If the song is capable of getting a challenge, if not, you know, um, have sponsors involved, giveaways, name a line of the song, something. You have to brainstorm and
So you
make
really
it
have to
fun.
put in a lot of effort into marketing.
You have
As
to.
Mills said, you could have your song could be on point, but if you don't market it, it could stay right there. No one will
You have
hear
to
it.
find fun ways and innovative ways of doing it.
Yeah.
I
Me-
want to chime in and say though,
Yeah, go
like,
ahead.
yeah, you know, you like have to marketing is like a big thing, right? And as Jada was saying, you really had to brainstorm. But I've also heard some people were like, when they constantly seeing you, they're like, oh, you again, kind of thing. So it's like you give it a little space, like you post something. To me, everyone's strategy is different, right? But going off of the feedback, it's like, oh, you post something now and get a little space to breathe, let people catch up, because that algorithm thing is killing you, right? So you can let them catch up and then you post something afterwards. Like, I don't know, but that's from what I heard from the ground, that people like, oh, you see your face often. So that's why I kind of pull back from the posting as much.
Which is crazy because you have people like Gary V. That's the opposite, right? He's like, you gotta be in front of people's face till they fed up with you. Like you can't stop being in front of people's face, right? Because then they'll actually be like, shit, we have to pay attention because we can't get rid of her or him.
You just have
So
to
that's a
keep
good
being
point.
smart. And if you have to be in front of the face each time, don't be in front of the face with the same thing over and over. So you just
Yeah.
have to be innovative. You be in
Yeah.
front of the face with something today, but something different. But it will be the same song, but something that is different, a different twist. But you have to be consistently there. Understand it, a little day break, you know, I just do a little day break sometimes, but you have to keep on being consistent until keep knocking on the door and it would open one day for sure. You just never know. Just you'll think that nothing happening and then one day you'll be like, what? When this happened? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
But I also think you need to find a happy medium too, right? Because I put it like this: I live in South Florida, and if a promoter sends me ad for his party every day, you could be it could be a turn off as well. So you have to try to find that happy medium to be like, all right, I'm gonna be in their face, but not be in their face. They're gonna see me, but I'm gonna, ease up a little bit too. But I guess it all depends on the individual as well too, right? Because they may not mind seeing you every day. So you have to know the market that you're going after too, whether they want to see you every day or they only need like a week of you and then next week you take a break.
Yeah. I think Jadel hit the nail on its head. You want to be in front of people's face as much as possible, but you got to keep it fresh. You can't come back with the same video posting every day. You're going to annoy people. But if you post something different every day, or like when the guy was doing the alphabet, the letter of the day. So every day he's there, but with a different letter. You're watching him every day, right? So you gotta be consistent, but you gotta be different. And that's the same with promoters. You can't give me the same flyer to post this flyer every day.
That's
The same
all.
flyer, people saw it
Would be
yesterday.
annoying. Yeah.
But if you give me a new reel or a new little flyer or something sassy, so I think when it comes to the music too, we have to find ways. So like a dance challenge is the easiest one, right? So you're not dancing, you have everybody else dancing for you, but it's your song. So the song is consistent, but the dance is different, or the dancer is different. So it'll sweep you. And I think with anything, we just have to keep finding ways to always innovate the marketing.
I would like to say, show me, I would say I'm male. I can't say female unless you know the into that kind of thing. That wouldn't want to see Jadel every day. She bam bam, she style, she fun, she just saying, right? So they know the code they say that the sex sells, but it's up to you, the individual, and you know you're comfortable and whatever. I just always tell people, I know myself. I could be so like this today, and the next day I show my ass, and I can say that. But and that's me. So you know, as you said, it's all about how you market yourself, and yes, you're marketing the music as well. But I feel like they also want to be in your life, like know about you and in your space and know what you're doing, what color lipstick you have on, and all this kind of stuff. So while they're marketing the music, you're still marketing yourself, because at the end of the day, when they market yourself, they want you, right? To me.
Totally good, valid point there, boy, Rain. As you said that, it led me to, my mind was going off thinking about the same thing with music, right? I saw an instance, and I'm not going to call, let's leave names out of it, where if you have a rhythm like Mill, you create this rhythm SAS, right? 2024 Carnival season. And it goes under the radar, right? And knocking wood is not going to happen with SAS, but you have a rhythm, it goes under the radar. Is it okay to revive or revamp or bring things back in our industry? Or is that frowned upon? And let's just go to say, right? It's just like let me give a next example. You could have one big song that could last your whole career. Like Rupee, Tempted to Touch, or Kevin Little, Turn Me On. Or you could be running yourself to the ground every season and your music just going under the rug. Because music, they always say it needs to breathe, or it might take time. It might hit this year, but it might take off in some other parts of the world at the end of the year, and then for the next 2 years, it might be the biggest song ever, right? You get where I'm going with this conversation, right? So how do we bring that together or not feel like, hey, how do we market this beyond our carnival?
Well, again, I think it boils down to a nutshell of getting it in the right playlist, streaming.
Yeah.
That actually did happen to me a couple of years ago when I did Ola Tunji Bam Bam, Banana the Taliban. We dropped that 1 year and we didn't get no response.
Right.
And within the next year, it started to pick up again. Because why? It had hit somewhere in Japan, and then it kind of went to the UK, Notting Hill Carnival, and then it recycled itself.
Right.
I always say music have no expiry date, it have none. But at the same time, it still boils down to the conversation of marketing and getting it in the right spaces. Personally jumping, I don't want to jump too ahead, but back to the convo before, where we were talking about where we will get we were jumping in the convo. Oh, Shaf, you're coming in the right time, boy.
No, but you finish now. Oh, man.
Shaf is the perfect man for this question too, eh? Yeah, because a lot of Shaf music has recycled itself and came in. But I really think it's about the competitions too. We need to end the competitions, Personally, as my personal decision, because competitions to me has created an expiry date on our music,
Yeah.
So once we eliminate the competitions and we focus more on doing more albums and creating more EPs and stuff with our soca, I believe definitely that is the answer for us, that's the way forward,
EPs and albums.
Yeah.
Not singles for Carnival.
Yeah.
Chef?
I agree on Mill's point 100%. Just to add to that, and for a few years now, I realized that once once our music hit outside first, and people love it on the outside, no matter
Facts.
if it's 2-3 years, you release it, it's going to play in the carnival because other people love it beside our own.
Yeah. Linky First is a good example to Rock and Come In.
Yep. And I ain't
That song was
saying that.
5 years old.
I ain't saying that our DJs in Caribbean, and I will say Caribbean, I ain't saying that they ain't gonna play it. They will play it, but they will choose when to play it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, a lot of DJs looking for forward. They ain't really looking for artists to go out there and represent and play the music and other people hear. Because that's how artists just make their money. The more you play, the more people hear, the more they get bookings, the more they eat, the more they live. And then in return, the same thing. People want to know, who produced that? Who write that? Artists from out of the country will hear and be like, yo, we had to contact Mills, we had to contact Shaft. That's how we get work. So that trickle-down effect, But, I mean, at the end of the day, you ain't play with, I just say, knock on wood again, you ain't play with SAS this year, this carnival, Japan or UK, they go fly high, and then they go play it from August. And SAS Rhythm going to be the biggest with them for 2025. Either way, that's what I think as well.
And I like that because, so Kyle, that means, right, from a marketing perspective, even you can't just focus on a particular carnival at hand. We have to now market globally and to every part of the world.
But that's just it. You can't. Listen, you know what sleepless nights I have trying to figure this stuff out. Because there's too many moving parts, and you want to make sure that the music hit. I mean, just up to right before this started, Tamika and I were talking about, doing some stuff in Guyana just to keep everything pushing and moving all over. So there's no. It's produced and we let it out and that's it. It's a constant. It's a constant battle. It's a constant fight, and we're in there every day in the trenches trying to push forward.
Yeah, and funny enough, that's my experience in the business is telling me the SAS Rhythm could end up blowing up in Guyana before Trinidad, through Tamika, and then spread back in reverse.
Yeah, it's weird like that. It's different,
You see, that's the thing with music. Is like you really never know.
You never know.
You really never know. It's like magic. Things just happen, and you have no control. Once you put the music out, then it does what it's supposed to do, or whatever it does. Like 2 or 3 years, something else. You never know with music. You can never call it.
That is so. Yeah, I was thinking about the story. It wasn't me, Shaggy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Again, there's a Hawaiian DJ that busted when it was under the books. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we're doing here is a great example of how the music going to follow through, because a lot of people listening to your program never hear SAS, I'm sure. And now they're going to look it up. Now they're going to go on iTunes. Now they're going to download.
Yeah.
Now they're going to request. Now, So it's good marketing for sure.
Yeah. And there's history too. This is the first time every single person on the project actually had one interview. So
that is so true.
Project management at its best there, Kyle.
Big up all the artists on the busy schedule.
I know it's funny too. I said, Kyle, I don't know if we could do this thing tomorrow, and he said, boy, this has to happen. How hard it is to get all these people in one room. If it don't happen now, I know. And I say, Kyle, you're making sense. Let me do it.
Project manager, boy.
And coming back again with good energy from the get-go. Good energy, all the energy, artists, good energy, and that's all the thing. Let's go.
Right. So Jadel, what we doing with SAS come from tomorrow? What are we doing on the IG? What's the promo? What's the marketing strategy?
Me and Julian still dealing with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because we was dealing with some clashing songs that happened to all release in November, which was no fault of ours. We had things spaced out, September, October, November, December, and every song needs its breathing space.
Yeah.
If not, it will never get it. Everything will just be half and half. So what we like to do is space out stuff and move on to a project and deal with that project alone. Right? Yeah. So since we had a lot of clashings, like 3 days apart, this rhythm 3 days apart and whatever, and everything clash, we was like, whoa, So we just giving things its space and planning all the strategies as it goes by. So he have Julian he operates my page, which is my manager. So I go with his strategies most of the time. He's actually the one that has come up with the marketing ideas and say, okay, you need to go and do a photo shoot now, you know, to go and wear this dress. You need to go by a pool. You need to go and stand up here and sing the song. Go and do it when you're doing your makeup. So you see today when you're going and go out, make up your face and have the song playing, and it will be like that. You know, he will be the one that operating the TikTok and stuff. So kudos to him with his ideas. So we're still working on it, but it's going most of the time he just come up spontaneous with it. He will plan it like how, okay, we ready to check, let us see how we doing, how the radio going. All right, if the radio start to kick off yet with it, this is what we need to do. We need to do something extreme, like something like that, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because Kyle, I see SAS Rhythm, Jadel, Rane, Tamika, one smash up video, just being all sassy, and three of them something short, quick, and that's the right idea.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah, I think Dre
Three of you
will,
all one video.
Dre, your cameraman will capture it all.
What's that?
The cameraman will capture it all. You know they're all over.
If we have to make it happen, we have to make it happen. Because I want some sassiness in my life for 2024.
We'll give you that.
Nice. Tamika, you rather be a one-hit wonder or a Caribbean ambassador for soca music every year?
Who wants to be a one-hit wonder? I don't
know. I think I might choose one-hit wonder after doing this for so long.
I don't think there's anyone who want to be a one-hit wonder. No one wants to. Everyone wants to music. You want to have a long career. You want to have hits for several years. I mean, like we were just talking about something within the soca music, it not having that hit song every single year or every single season, I think is still something we need to figure out as an industry, because we have some talented big artists that would have some huge songs, and then 2024 there's no work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's something unfortunately we need to fix as an industry. But come on, Dre, no one wants to be a one-hit wonder. No one.
Just have to check. I just have to check.
No one. Come on.
Kyle? Mills, closing words. SAS.
Yeah, well, I just want to publicly thank each and every one. Mill, thank you for the direction. Thank you for the music. Thank you for when I call you and you answer and giving you my thoughts and ideas. Thank you for the shaft, for coming up with the lyrics to these songs. We worked prior with another artist together, but this time we really worked personally together, and it was, again, it's magic, so much so that, I've even reached out to you for some other stuff. Jadel, thank you for the time and effort in the studio. I was fortunate enough to be there.
Huh?
I said thank you for the time and the effort. I was fortunate to be in the studio while you were recording.
Thank you so much for considering me.
It was energetic.
Yes.
Yeah, plenty energy.
Plenty drilling.
I know, plenty drilling. I know. Nice, it was really good. I was pleased with the project.
Tamika, thank you. When I reached out to you, you didn't hesitate. You heard it, you liked it, and you asked me how we could move forward. And it has brought us to this point. So thank you, my dear, and we definitely have some works to be doing. And Rane Blackman, my artist. What's that face about?
I didn't have a choice.
No.
Stuck with you guys.
No. Thank you, Rane, for everything. The support, always. Rane has checked me too, Do you think Rane will check me, right?
Always.
Rane checks me at, when she thinks I need to be checked, but. I think we complement each other and we work well together. So,
nice.
Folks, it is a pleasure to be working with you guys, and I do wish us very successful 2024 Carnival and beyond. And I do believe that the SAS Rhythm would be. No, listen, like I told Mill, I want 3 road march songs. Right? 3 road march songs.
That was his exact description.
Yeah.
I said I want 3 road march songs. Right? And I think we have it, and it's just a matter of working it now and making sure that, you know, we all out there doing what we enjoy doing. You know, I would love to see all 3 of you on a stage back to back performing the SAS Rhythm. I think that would be a sight to see.
Yeah.
That would be a sight to see.
Indeed.
Manifestation.
Well, I must say on my end, it's been a pleasure. You know, I've worked with Rane before. Jadel, this is the first time, but you know, we've been around a long time before.
Yes.
You know, and it was a real nice experience. And well, Tamika always,
First time.
you know, I would love to do, I say publicly, to do some more works in the future. You know,
I'm ready. I am here
we can make it manifest it and we'll make it happen. Guyana, Trinidad, you know, every one of them came with a very unique style. Thanks to the mastermind Shaft. You know, always me and Shaft have a chemistry that, you know, it's unexplainable. As you said, it's just the right vibe and the right energy. So, Kyle, everybody, it's a pleasure again for me to be a part of this project here. You know, I see it going very far. We just have to keep pushing, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
Thanks to Trini Jungle Juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I think everybody did a great job. You know, Tamika have a voice that's so unique.
Yeah, boy. But them harmonies, thanks for them harmonies, Tamika.
Hold on. I want to take credit. That's not mine. So we have voice in the background for some of the harmony, yeah. But then I also reached out to, like, whenever I voice, I always reach out to my producer friends and so on to get me some ideas for harmony. So I mean, I cannot just take the credit. So big up Shake Up from the UK. I literally called her. I'm like, yo, I need some harmony. Send me the ideas and I voice them. So I can't take the credit, you know. But I want to say thank you to you all for having me on the project. Cal, you know, like we mentioned, we met earlier this year in Hella Vibe. And for you to have me in mind months ago, until then, you know, it's something I appreciate. Mel, I love to work with you. I just like the idea of being the only outside Trini. And be still called upon and considered. It's a blessing. You know, it's wonderful to share the space with these wonderful, talented ladies. And Shaft, of course, the man with the pen. Send me some more songs, eh?
Of course. Well, since you called my name, I'm come in one time and give my thanks. Mills, Kyle, thanks for believing in me, for sending me this project so that I can execute in the way that it was necessary for these beautiful artists and them to have, you know, great songs so that they can add to the catalog, you know. Thank you, ladies, for believing in the songs. Right, I ready to go. I mean, me and Jada, we working already. You know, Ray, we working. Tamika, we working. You understand? Mills, you don't know what's going on. His energy, on top on energy, multiplied by 10 or 100. Kyle, let me start to talk already about 2025. Or let me just wait for 2025 to come, or 2024, middle of the year. Let me start to do some other projects, some Afro beats. Let me tap into other vibes. And let me expand. You have a great thing going on. You have a great company. You have a great style.
Sharp, I am the kind of man. I might see you in Trinidad on Carnival Monday and tell you, let me go in the studio. We have something to do, you know.
That is ask me about
so,
that is me.
All right. So I don't have to wait till half a year, you know. If I feel it's time to move.
Well, I ready. Listen, and my brother, thank you for a great interview. You know,
thanks for having us, Ray.
Great interview. I appreciate
love. Especially having all you all together. This is awesome. You know, writer, producer, executive producer, and all the artists. That's big.
Yeah, I need my award, Dre.
And the award is coming for sure on the 5th show. So, Kyle, what I want to do, guys, I'm gonna close back out so we can get familiar with the rhythm, the SAS Rhythm 2024 season and beyond. You're going to be streaming it. Is available, I'm assuming, on iTunes and all streaming platforms?
It's on all platforms. The individual artists, their YouTube channels, you know, as long as there's a social media platform out there, the song is out there. You can touch it.
Nice. So I'm gonna run all 3 tracks that I have that you gave me back to back so they can get used to it. And then guys, hit up those streaming platforms, hit up the artists, their handles are all under their names. If you're not following them, follow them 10 times over. Follow the producers, follow the songwriters, follow the executive producers. And of course, if you're not following Trini Jungle Juice, you take an L. Lost. So we're going to run the rhythm, and everybody have a safe and blessed evening.
Have a good night.
You as well,
Love.
Sometimes I could get so emotional. Oh, yeah. Make it rain, but if you never play, you would never know. If you never stay for 2 days on the road, you don't get it, you don't get it. It's like my antidote. Just for me to buy my costume, I take a loan. No, that was like the ultimate sacrifice. Whole year away to feel the vibe. Don't tell me nothing, please don't tell me nothing. Don't want to hear nothing, no. I just not listening.
That was song number 1 on the SAS Rhythm. That's Rane Blackman. Let we go. Moving on to song number 2. Tamika Marshall. Have a time.
Baby, I ain't coming to fight. Just wanna have a time. Yeah. Every time I try to get on back, he come and try to hold me back. Why can't you see that I'm a beautiful masquerade? Why don't you play in your own band? And I can play with records and then a sexy time I want me bumper. You seem to have a problem, figure it out, 'cause I'm not leaving it now. I done spent all of my money, so I need to trickle it around. And if your vex the pocket change, they come back.
Fellas, I don't know about you, but I am not going to defend y'all with what Tamika promoting, right? You can figure it out. Ash Wednesday, y'all go make up and hug up and kiss up. But when she says she's going to play in she own band when she girls, go hold on to her leg and don't let her go. It's Bacchanal she calls in. Song number 3, Jadel, The Greatest Carnival. And of course, we know CTNT.
SAS Rhythm.
So I'm looking forward to some footage, music video with all 3 ladies in one smash up coming soon to a social media platform near you. So Drake, the Carnival Ref. This was another edition of the Carnival Ref Live, and Soca is dope. Soca is dope. So TriniJungleJuice.com, store.TriniJungleJuice. It is Christmas 2023, and before we know it, we're rolling right into Carnival season 2024. So be good, be nice, be kind, and as I always end, peace, love, and jungle juiceness.